Welcome everyone to this channel. Our main goal behind creating this channel was to help aspirants for the joint entrance examinations to solve some of the tougher problems. Problems that would be specific especially for your JEE Advanced. And well, regardless of whether you're in 10th, 11th or 12th grade, what we realized in our own preparation was there's a lot of books available in the market, and it can be really confusing if you want to choose a certain set of books that you know if I do these books it should be enough. Plus there's also quite a lot of time management that is necessary, and therefore it can be quite hectic to think about doing so many books. So what we have done is created a short list of books and given choices even among that short list. So what this will help you is to just be clear about how much time you can give to these books and what to focus on. So beginning with the students who will give their boards, there are many students who begin their preparation from 9th or 10th, and for them if you're just beginning, then it is recommended that you take a precursor, like as a prelude to your preparation, because it is quite a jump from 10th to 11th. It is important that you take a nice transition, that you don't just jump into it right away. So therefore, this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, this will help you to develop some of the habits that will be really helpful in your years of preparation. Because the 2 years of your JEE preparation will have to be lived in extreme discipline. And some of the things mentioned in this book will be really relatable when you actually start your preparation of 11th and 12th. And next, this book, Teach Yourself Physics by Jacob. So this book actually helps you to realize that self-study is really important for whichever subject you do. Like for those students who are in 11th and 12th, they might relate that coaching is important in its own right, but self-study is what majorly contributes to your preparation. Like it is really all about how much time you give to solidify and apply your concepts. So basically, if you just go through chapters 3 and 4, it will give you a really nice idea of how you're supposed to go about teaching yourself physics, or basically any other subject for that matter. It will give you a nice idea about self-study. Now if we come to the actual part to study, then it is really important that you go through the geometry parts of your 9th and 10th, even from your NCERT. So you'll be surprised to know that some of the more difficult questions that are regarded as one of the toughest questions in JEE Advanced could be done really easily if you just use certain properties. You will realize that 2022 question of hyperbola, which is regarded as one of the toughest sums. But it is really important that if you just focus on your geometry, even as elementary as 9th and 10th, if you just focus on these, it will make those sums so much easier, which otherwise could be nigh unsolvable. And not just in math, but even in physics, in certain chapters like reflection and refraction, geometry is indispensable as a topic. And then certain chapters like logarithm and induction are not really taught as separate chapters in your JEE preparation, and therefore it is useful to just go through them. And therefore this book will be, it covers these topics in depth, and if you give them time separately, then it will definitely be a real boost. And again, if you're already in a coaching, then mainly just take a recap of your modules, and if you feel like you have any weak topics, like if your geometry is not as strong, then definitely go through it. But make sure you have disciplined lifestyle from now onwards, and make sure that you maintain your love for the topic, because that is the most important thing for your success. And for those students who just give their 10th and have just woken up from the dream and realized that the life coming is gonna be really difficult, for them we have made this list of books that you really need to follow. Now we will start with physics. It is the first video of the series. Maths and chemistry will be coming up soon. So the first and foremost thing is that you follow your modules. So if you follow your modules, you realize that it is an amalgamation of so many books. So it covers all the topics, it covers a variety of topics through the questions. You realize that if you take a book, any reference book, Cengage or Arihant or whatever, you realize that it has so many questions that you will realize you're not going to be able to complete that book. But your module will have lesser questions, and the questions will be variety. Like you will get a variety of types of problems. That is most important. It is important that you maintain your concept clarity, because that is more important than solving. Because if you don't have a clarity of concepts, solving is not going to be as easy. And it is very important that you make notes. Like trust me, even if you miss notes of one chapter or even part of a chapter, that will come back to haunt you in your future. So make sure you get your notes as soon as possible, preferably as soon as they are taught. The next series of books that I recommend is the series of Physics Galaxy by Ashish Arora sir. It is a set of 5 books, and it is really comprehensive, and the theory is written pretty lucidly. You'll understand it pretty nicely. But if you are already in a coaching, then you need not put that much emphasis on the theory part. Rather, you can just go through the theory once for revision and then just focus on the illustrations, because the illustrations are advanced level and they're really good problems, and if you can just keep doing them and revising them, that will be enough. Next, of course, is the fan favorite, I.E. Rodolphe. So now this book is actually really good if you want to strengthen your basics. So it is not necessarily the toughest book for physics out there, but it will really give you a nice intro to solving some of the more advanced level of problems, and will actually give you a nice idea about JEE advanced problems. Some of the problems might not be relevant, but as an introduction, it is one of the best books available. Now this book is definitely only if you can find time and later. So this book is Resnick Halliday. You can take the Walker version or the Crane version. So this book will actually help you get more insight and strengthen your concepts more. But again, this book is as an additional theory, and you should do it only if you have enough time and okay, no, I have done the prerequisites, now I can move on to this. And once you have gained conceptual clarity, your theory is absolutely clear, then you can move on to these books. Advanced Problems in Physics by Shashi Bhushan Tiwari. It comes in 2 volumes, and it is one of the most comprehensive and exhaustive set of problems. I have practiced this myself during my preparation, and it was really useful. So what this book actually does really well is that it starts from an advanced level. So right from level 1, it has 3 levels, level 1, level 2, level 3. Right from level 1, you'll find advanced level problems. And now as a concluding note, what you should always keep in mind is that you will always have very little time. You cannot just waste your time by just doing as many books as possible. You need to realize that it is more important that you revise and keep your concepts in hand. So mainly focus on your module and do 1 to 2 books max. Even if at the beginning you feel like, okay, I have a lot of time, remember that the pace will pick up very fast, and in the end you will not have time. Maybe if you would have revised your inorganic 1 more time, that would have helped you more. Again, consult your teachers. If you feel like, okay, one of my friends is doing this book or that book, always consult your teachers. They will know much more than you. So always consult your teachers if it is okay to do something or not. And always solve your doubts. Your doubts cannot be piled up. Once you start piling up your doubts, you realize that you're not being able to clear them fluently enough. And again, do not be afraid of giving exams. It does not matter what score you get. It is important that you give exams to develop your time management skills, your exam mentality. Do not run away from exams. And lastly, for those students who have already done all of the above, have already covered the theory in depth, have practiced problems from the set books, or have practiced enough problems, you can go for this book, Pathfinder. Now this is a level, you can say, above JEE Advanced, so it is not mandatory to solve this, but if you have already done all of the above things, then you can do this as a final thing. So this, as you can see, it was a short list. There's nothing much given and you don't need to do much more than this. So that was it.